Okay, let's now take a look at the template and we'll adjust it and we'll clean things up as well, as it's going to be a very busy component right now. I think if we take a look at this, then maybe we'll see what it's going to do. I think maybe we've got too many errors to actually display this right now. Sure, we have. And okay, so let's go back to the template and configure this. So let's start at the top and work our way down. So in the H3 tag, instead of select files, let's just say add photo or photos. And the first error we've got is has base drop zone over. I'm sure I created this, but I think I created it possibly with the wrong casing. So I'll just copy this one and go back to the component and change this to the capital Z and do the same inside here as well. And back to the template, and that error should now be gone. But we'll change the style inside this as well because we don't have a class of well. And instead of well, we're going to use a card here and we'll say bg-faded. We'll give it p-5 and we'll say text-center. And we'll also, underneath this, we'll add an icon and we'll give it a class equal to fa-upload, and we'll make it big and say fa3x, and instead of base drop zone, let's change this to drop photos here. And if we keep going down, now I'm going to remove these inputs and just ask users to drop the images in. Maybe you want to keep these, maybe you don't, but it's going to be quite busy in the space we have available. So I'm actually going to remove these options from the file here. And then we've got our div with column MD9. And then we've got our upload queue. And inside here is a table. Now we don't want all of the options that this provides, and I'm going to take out the progress, the status, and the actions for the individual elements inside this file. We're still going to have a progress bar because we have one down here as well, and we've got a progress bar here, and we'll use that one for the overall progress. We're only going to let the user upload one file at a time anyway. So we're going to take out some of these table columns or table rows and simplify things inside here. So I'm going to take out the progress, the status, and actions table header, and then let's take a look at what we're doing inside here. So the uploader, we've got a complaint because this is possibly undefined, so we're just going to use optional chaining inside this file to remove the error. And then we've got the same thing here, options is possibly undefined. So once again, we'll just use optional chaining and clear the errors, and I'll do the same with this one as well. And over here, we've got a number, and this needs a pipe because we're using the pipe here. And we'll go back to our photo editor component again, and in the imports, in order to make use of that, we need to use the decimal pipe. So we'll also bring that into our imports, and if we go back, that error should be gone now. This is for our file size. Then inside this one, with this progress, we'll take out this TD, we do not need that. And we'll also take out these icons, we'll remove that as well. And we can also take out this TD with the buttons as well. We will not use that either. And okay, so that cleans up the table. And then we've got our queue progress. And we've got a warning about this style, which is empty, so we can just remove the style if we're not actually using it. And over here we've got another progress. This could be undefined, so we'll use the optional chaining. And then we've got our upload methods. So we've got the upload all, cancel all, and clear queue. All of these are relying on the uploader as well, so let's just use the optional chaining there and here as well. and doing the same for the length. And that's for the upload all, and we'll do the same for the cancel all and the is uploading, and we'll do the same for the clear queue here and the same there as well, and the queue length. And that takes care of all of the errors, but we've got a few other styling issues inside here. This is using glyph icons and we're using font awesome, so we do need to change these as well. So we'll remove that and we'll say FA and FA-upload for the upload one, and for the cancel one we'll say FA FA-ban, and for the remove all we'll say FA FA-trash. And okay, so we've got a clean component, but is anything actually working? Well, let's take a look, and we'll head back to edit photos, and we can see that we've got something inside here now. We've got our drop zone where we can drop photos. Everything's a bit too close together, and it's a bit too busy if we do not actually have an image to display yet or drop in there yet. So we'll make this conditional based on we have something, and we'll also move this down away from our images as well. So where we've got our div with the class of row, let's just add mt-5 to move it away from our images. And where we've got the upload queue, let's also make this column conditional on the fact that we actually have this. So I'm going to use the ngIf directive and set this equal to uploader.queue.length. And if we have something, then we're going to display the queue. If not, we shouldn't display anything. So if we take another look and we go to the edit photos, well, that's a lot cleaner. But does it actually work? Well, let's drag an image in and find out. So just pick any image for this. And what we should see when we're hovering over, which we do not, we should see the border changing color. So a bit more styling to go. And we'll head back to VS Code. And let's edit the photo editor CSS. So we'll go into the photo editor CSS. And we just want to target the mv-file-over class. And we're going to give it a border. And we're going to say dotted 3px and red. And this class here, this mv-file-over, in the template, this is what we're using for the ng class. So ng class is a conditional way, or how we can apply styles conditionally. So in this case, this class is going to be applied when we have something over the drop zone. So if we go back and check this, and we go to the edit photos, and I drag an image in, then we see the drop photos here highlighted, and if I do drop it in, then we can see that we now have something in our upload queue. And what should happen, if I upload this image based on our work so far, is this should go to our API, and we should see the image being populated inside this component. So I'll click Upload All, and what we should have is a new image dropping in there as well. And I just want to inspect the console, see if there's anything that's potentially problematic. And oh, from the last section, I forgot to give the ngx spinner a type to tell it which spinner it's using, and I missed it. So let's do that, because I did just want to check to see if there was any issues with the photo upload, but there isn't. That's fine. It's the ngx spinner that is the problem. So I'm just going to pop to the app component HTML, and our ngx spinner needs a type, and we're going to give it line-scale-party. And if I go back to the browser and I refresh again, then we should have a clean console here. Okay, excellent. So now we've got the ability to upload images. And next we'll take a look at how we can select one of these images to be the user's main image. And we'll do that work on the API and take a look at that next.